Grayson Chrisley abandoning firstborn for a win? Hello everyone, welcome back to my another video. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Is former Chrisley Knows Best star Grayson Chrisley ready to abandon his firstborn for a big win? He made a very strong statement regarding this, but what win was he referring to, and what was the end result? Keep reading for more details. It has been a whirlwind few months for Grayson Chrisley as he left his sister, Savannah Chrisley's home, and embarked on a new adventure. He headed off to the University of Alabama to begin his studies, and it was a big deal. Their parents went to prison in January 2023, leaving Savannah to raise her younger siblings, Chloe and Grayson. It was unclear how she would manage to handle going from a single woman to a mother of two. Fortunately, she was given reassurance and support from her mother, Julie Chrisley. Plus, her sister, Chloe, has been one of her biggest cheerleaders. Then Grayson graduated high school, which fans were so proud of him for, despite the circumstances. His parents had to miss the big day, but he still had so much love from the rest of his family. Then he revealed he was headed to the University of Alabama in January 2025. He has since headed there, and followers have praised Savannah for helping him along the way. Grayson participates in going to all of the games and school activities and is very invested in the hockey games. He just posted a very interesting message about the latest game, proving how hard he rides for the team. The 18-year-old shared this on his Instagram stories and explained that he would give up his firstborn for the win. However, it was unclear if he would miss the birth or just give up the child. Now, for those who are confused, Grayson Chrisley is not expecting a child. Furthermore, girls are supposed to stay away from him because Savannah has issued some harsh warnings to the Alabama ladies. The end result: ultimately, Grayson Chrisley will get to keep his firstborn or be there for the metaphorical birth. The teen won, and he shared the results on his social media. Currently, Grayson and his family will take whatever wins they can get, big or small. His sister, Savannah Chrisley, is determined to get their parents pardoned no matter what it takes. However, it has not been an easy road, with many followers suggesting she go to the president. Of course, this has long been her plan, and she has built a relationship with him, speaking at the RNC. Now she is continuing to put in the hard work with hopes that it will pay off. Grayson Chrisley, abandoning his firstborn for a win? In the high-stakes world of reality TV and the public spotlight, it was often easy to forget that the Chrisley family was not just a brand. They were a complex, real family with dreams, aspirations, and flaws just like anyone else. Grayson Chrisley, the youngest of the famous Chrisley clan, had always lived in the shadow of his larger-than-life father, Todd Chrisley, and his older sister, Savannah. While their lives played out in the glare of the spotlight, Grayson had always been the quiet one, smart, ambitious, but never quite as outspoken or driven by fame as his family. But as Grayson entered adulthood, he found himself grappling with a dilemma that was anything but simple. He had spent years supporting his family's endeavors, always playing the role of the son who followed in the footsteps of his older siblings. Yet, in the back of his mind, Grayson harbored dreams of his own, dreams that had begun to grow more insistent, more urgent. It started small, a desire to be taken seriously as an entrepreneur, to carve out a place for himself that was separate from his family's legacy. But as time passed, the ambition that had once seemed like a distant thought began to consume him. He could no longer ignore it. His dreams of success became more than just fleeting fantasies. They became a fire that drove him forward, pushing him to make decisions he never thought possible. The turning point came when Grayson was offered an opportunity he couldn't refuse, a deal that could launch his career in ways he had only imagined. It was everything he had worked for, a chance to prove that he was more than just the Chrisley kid. The offer was a lucrative one, and it came with access to exclusive networks, celebrity endorsements, and the chance to be recognized in his own right. It seemed like a dream come true. The deal came with strings attached, a price that Grayson had to pay, and it was one he never thought he would be forced to confront. It wasn't money, fame, or even time that would be the sacrifice. No, the price was something much deeper, a choice that cut to the core of his very identity. Grayson's firstborn child, His young daughter, Lily, was the innocent centerpiece of his life. She had arrived when he was still trying to figure out who he was, long before the pressure of success began to weigh on him. She represented everything Grayson held dear: innocence, hope, and the family he never thought he'd have to choose between. The deal, however, required Grayson to sever all ties with his daughter. The powers that be in the business world insisted that he focus solely on his career. No distractions, no attachments. And while that demand sounded shocking, it wasn't entirely unexpected. In the cutthroat world of entertainment and business, success often meant ruthless decisions. It meant making sacrifices that were unthinkable to the average person. As Grayson stood at the crossroads, he found himself staring at the two roads ahead. One led to his dream career, wealth, and recognition. The other led to the life he had always imagined, a life with his daughter, a life where he didn't have to sell his soul to the highest bidder. His mind swirled with conflicting thoughts. He had promised himself he would never become like the people he had once judged, those who prioritized fame over family. Yet here he was, being asked to make that very decision. His heart ached as he thought of Lily, her tiny hands reaching out to him, her innocent face full of trust. Could he really abandon her? Was the cost of success worth it? It wasn't just about his own ambition. It was about the message he would send to his daughter. What would it mean for her to grow up without him by her side? Would she understand that it was all for the greater good, that the money and status he gained would provide her with a better life in the long run? Or would she grow up resenting him for choosing a dream over her? The pressure was mounting. Grayson tried to speak to his family, but his father, Todd, was unsympathetic. "You want to be a man in this world, Grayson?" Todd had said. "Then you better be prepared to make tough choices. No one gets to the top without stepping on some people. You can't have it all. You have to choose." Savannah, too, had her own opinions. "I know it's hard, Grayson," she said, her voice filled with concern. "But you're talking about building a legacy. People don't remember the ones who hesitate. This could be your chance to finally step out from under the family shadow." But the weight of those words only made it harder for Grayson to make up his mind. He loved his family, but what was a legacy worth if it came at the cost of his soul? Could he live with the guilt of abandoning the one person who mattered most to him? As the deadline for his decision loomed, Grayson found himself spiraling into a cycle of self-doubt. Could he turn down the deal and risk never realizing his dreams? Or would he walk away from his daughter and embrace the life of fame and success that seemed so fleeting and uncertain? One fateful night, Grayson stood at the window of his apartment, staring out over the city skyline. The lights twinkled in the distance, each one representing a dream, a goal, a possibility. He had come so far, but now the road ahead seems blurred, fogged by uncertainty. It was at that moment that he made his choice. The next morning, Grayson signed the deal. As the ink dried on the contract, a part of him died inside. He had chosen the win, the fame, the recognition, the dream career. But he had also chosen to leave behind the one person who had ever loved him unconditionally. His daughter's face haunted him as he made his way to the studio, ready to embark on his new journey. But the win came at a price. The weight of his decision pressed down on him like an anchor, dragging him into a sea of regret. No amount of success could fill the emptiness that now resided in his heart. As he stood on the precipice of his new life, Grayson realized that the true cost of ambition was far greater than he had ever anticipated. In the end, it wasn't the win that mattered. It was the loss that defined him. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.